Hi lovely yogis, welcome to another online virtual yoga practice. So this Monday just gone was Summer Solstice in the UK, Monday the 21st of June. So the days are super light, super bright. We're going to try and utilize some of that new energy that the sunlight is giving us. Here in the UK, it's a little bit warmer this week, which is lovely as well. And we're going to use that energy to set ourselves either new intentions, new goals, or reaffirm maybe some of the intentions or ambitions that maybe we had towards the beginning of the year that perhaps we lost during the colder weather. So I'd like you to just think of something now that you'd like to bring into your daily practice. So that could be an affirmation for yourself, a mantra that you particularly enjoy, or even just something that you already have in your life that you feel grateful for. And we're going to come to the top of the mat, the center of our mat. And we're going to just come to a nice balanced, equal standing mountain pose, Namaste. So ground through the toes, ground through the heels. See if you can find the center of gravity gently shifting forwards so the toes begin to grip into the mat. As we lift up the energy through the inner arches of the feet, active a little bit through the quadriceps. If you're familiar with the bandhas, you can find that gentle lift in the lower belly and the pelvic floor to direct the energy upwards and keep that breath and expansion into the heart center, the ribs, as we drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. So we're just going to start off with some sun circles. So really bringing that energy, that intention into our body fully. So bringing the palms down by the side to start with. As we inhale, we bring the palms up overhead. Feel like that energy is being drawn in through the fingertips. And then as we exhale, we bring the palms of the hands through heart center. Good. Again, so inhaling, really gathering up all of that energy, feeling it drawing inwards and upwards. And then as we exhale, bringing the palms of the hands together at the center of the heart. So going at your own pace, really bringing your mind's eye to that intention as we breathe in smoothly, creating plenty of space around the neck, the shoulders. And if you feel balanced, you feel stable, feel free to close your eyes as well, bringing the mind's eye away from the external world, the external judgments, and beginning to tune into the more subtle sensations as we direct the breath into the ribs, the heart. Last one, deep breath in. Deep breath out. And just balancing here, keeping soft through the shoulders. Deep breath in. Maybe feeling the heart beating a little bit quicker. Deep breath out. Feeling that intention residing and settling into your being. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Okay, beautiful. So we're just going to start off with a nice lateral side bend to make sure we've moved the spine in all directions first. So let the right hand drop down to the outside of the right hip. As we inhale, we reach up through those left fingertips, feeling the stretch through the entire left side body. And then as we exhale, we side bend over towards the right. So the pelvis bumps off to the left side as we ground down through the outer edge of the left foot. Keep that left shoulder down and away from the ear as we feel the expansion through the left side ribs. Holding here for one more deep breath in. Deep breath out, find your edge. And then as we inhale, we come through center, reaching up with those right fingertips. Exhale, left hand to the outside of the left thigh, reaching up and expanding through the right fingertips. And then as we exhale, we side bend over towards the left. So we really bump those hips over to the right, feel the stretch in the right side waist. Stay soft through the right shoulder as we find a comfortable position for the neck. Trying to breathe smoothly. I know it may feel restrictive, it may feel harder to breathe in this pose, but try to direct the breath into the right side ribs. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then as we inhale, we come through center, reaching up with those left fingertips. Exhale to release the hands down by the side. Good, nice full breath in. Full breath out, feeling that energy around the heart, around the ribs. So we're going to come into our back bend just to make sure we found the extension of the spine. I don't want you to kind of push yourself into the full range of motion here because we're still warming up the body. But you're going to bring the palms together at the heart center, thumbs towards the sternum, sternum towards the thumbs, and we're going to find extension of the spine. So if you know you have any injuries or risks in your lower back, I want you to bring as if you're putting your hands into your back pocket so the fingers face down. This will help lengthen the tailbone down and it will help reduce the pressure in the lumbar spine. Otherwise, we're going to work with the palms at the heart center. So take a nice tall breath in. Bring the chin away from the chest as we extend through the upper body. Keep a gentle compression, gentle lift in the abdominal muscles to protect the lower back. As we lengthen the tailbone towards the backs of the knees, as we press those hips forward. Keep the shoulders down as we look back, finding the lift in the center of the heart up towards the sky. For 3, 2, and 1. On your exhale, chin to chest as we look forward. Good, soften through those shoulders, take a nice full breath in, feel that energy already in the head as we lift up and exhale. Good. So that was extension of the spine, and now we're going to come into flexion. So we're going to round a little bit. So we're just going to bring the hands to the waist. Take a nice tall spine, nice long breath in. And then as we exhale, take a really nice generous bend to the knees. Bring the hands to the thighs, the shins, maybe towards the feet, as we let the crown of the head drop down towards the floor. So I recommend we stay with a really nice generous bend to the knees to start with. Let the weight of the crown of the head draw space between each vertebrae. And then if you feel good, you can take opposite hand to opposite elbow as we just take our ragdoll, maybe beginning to extend one leg at a time, feeling the stretch in the backs of the legs as we tip the weight forward into the toes a little bit more. If for whatever reason this puts pain in your lower back, then I recommend you just work with a halfway lift, pedaling and extending one knee at a time, but staying lifted through the spine. Just finding one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then releasing a hold of the elbows, we're going to roll up the spine, ragdoll. So stacking one vertebrae at a time over the hips. The neck and the head are the last things to come up, taking it slowly, feeling that energy once again beginning to circulate up to the crown of the head. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, so from the front of the mat, we're going to come into a high lunge. Working now with finding the stretch in the hips. So bring the hands to the waist, nice tall breath in. And then as we exhale, we step back with that right foot between 3 and 5 feet as we sink low into that left hip. Keep the left hip over the left knee. Keep drawing that navel center in and up, protecting the lower back from overextension. You can keep the palms together at the heart center, or you can interlace your fingers over that left thigh as we sink down into that left hip, squeezing that right glute to help open up through the front of the right thigh. Stay soft through those shoulders, soft through those elbows as we charge back with that right heel. Feel the stretch deepening in the front of the right thigh as we extend that right knee joint. Take one more full breath in. Full breath out, find the edge to your pose. Inhale, get tall through the spine. And then exhale, bring both hands down to either side of the left foot as we transition into our pyramid pose. So bringing that left leg in the direction of straight as we press our right heel back towards the floor. Looking out over the left toe. Now your left knee may not go all the way straight, and that's fine. We're just heading in that direction to feel the deep stretch along the back of the left hamstring as we lengthen the spine over the left leg. Chin towards the shin, looking towards the left big toe. Keep the shoulders soft and away from the ears. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we're going to transition into a wide leg forward fold. So we're going to walk the hands to the right side of the mat as we swivel both heels down now. So both toes are facing in towards each other 10 degrees. And we're staying in that nice lifted position, nice and parallel, the torso with the floor, as we lift the chin away from the chest. Take a nice long spine as we inhale. And then as we exhale, imagine you're leading the movement with the chin as we bring the forehead towards the floor. Staying soft through the shoulders, soft through the elbows. This should feel like a really deep stretch in the inner thighs. Opening up through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings and the adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles. Staying soft through the shoulders, and we're not rounding through the upper back. Instead, imagine leading the movement with the chin, leading the movement with the chest.
Nice long spine. Keeping that navel center drawn in and up to protect the lower back. Taking one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we're going to transition to the back of the mat. So we're going to come into pyramid pose on the right leg. So we're going to walk our hands over towards the right. We're going to face the right toes to the back of the mat. Left heel lifts off the mat as we charge that left heel back. So we're over the opposite leg this time now. We begin to bring our belly towards our thigh, the chin towards the shin as we look to the right toe, deepening the stretch in the back of the right leg. Staying soft through the shoulders, soft through the elbows. Lengthening over that leg, and use the breath as a guide, so with each inhale we get a little bit longer through the spine, and with each exhale maybe we can go that tiny bit deeper. So working with the flexibility in the back of the leg, working with the stability in the body as we stabilize ourselves, using the muscles of the feet, the muscles of the back leg to stabilize and stay tall through the spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Find your edge. And then as we inhale, we bring the right knee over the right ankle. We keep that left heel charging back behind us. So as before, you can keep the palms together at the heart center, or you can place the palms of the hands on top of the right thigh as we sink low into the left hip, squeezing that left glute to help open up through the front of the left thigh. Staying soft through the shoulders, nice deep breath in, soft through those elbows, deep breath out. Maybe we can go a tiny bit deeper into the pose. So really feeling the stretch in the front of the left thigh as we go a little bit more into the depth in the hips. Stabilizing yourself, keeping the right knee over the right ankle. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then as we inhale, bring the hands back to the waist, stepping forward in as many steps as you need with the left foot. So we should now be facing the back of the mat. And exhale, release those hands. Good, nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we're going to transition and take those same poses, different poses, but the same idea as we swivel round to get back to the front of the mat. So bringing the hands back to the waist, again, nice tall birth spine as we inhale. We're going to step the right foot back between 3 and 5 feet in as many steps as you need, but this time we're going to spin the back heel down and open up into warrior 2. So sinking the left hip down, the left knee over the left ankle, look to the middle finger of the left hand as we soften through the shoulders. Grounding firmly through the outer edge of the right foot. Stabilizing yourself as we work with stretching the inner thighs of the right leg and strengthening the muscles of the left leg as we stabilize ourselves. Soft through the shoulders. Take one more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Find your edge. Inhale, left knee straight. Exhale, extended triangle. So we reach with those left fingertips. Bring the left hand to the thigh, the shin, or the floor, or a block on the outside of the left foot. As we look up towards those right fingertips. Grounding through the outer edge of the right foot. Lengthening out of the pelvis. So don't compress in the left side ribs. Don't compress in the waist. Instead, lengthening through the left side waist. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As we inhale, looking down towards the left big toe, soft bend in the knee as we press up, left toes in. And then as we exhale, right toes out, we're going to come into that warrior 2. So right knee over the right ankle, soft in the right shoulder. Sink low into the hips as we ground down through the outer edge of the left foot. Notice as you press through the outer edge of the left foot, it takes some of the pressure, some of the intensity out of that front leg. Looking to the middle finger of the right hand. Stabilizing yourself, strong within the hips. Try to lengthen the torso. Shoulders over the hips. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Find your edge. Inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, reach with those right fingertips, right hand to thigh, shin, floor or block on the outside of your right foot. Lengthening out of the waist, feel the spine long, squaring the hips as we ground down through the outer edge of the left thigh. The left foot, sorry. Staying soft through those shoulders for one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then as we inhale, coming all the way back up, pressing through that right foot as we square the hips back off to the short edge of the mat, hands to the waist, step forward with the left foot, back to your mountain pose at the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and then from here we're going to come through a dynamic yogi squat. So we're going to bring the feet to about 2 feet wide, toes face out about 45 degrees as we bring the palms together at the heart center. Take a nice tall breath in, lengthen through the spine. And then as we exhale, we sit into our squat. So I just want you to check in here that the knees are facing the same direction as the toes. They're not collapsing inwards. And for some of you, this may feel incredibly intense. And if you want to just come down to a seat, that works great as well. So shoulders down, nice and long with our breath in, and then exhaling, we sink down for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we find our static hold, if you can, in your yogi squat, bringing the upper arms to the inner thighs and gently pressing those inner thighs open to feel the stretch in the insides of the thighs, the legs. Keep the shoulders down, keep the spine lifted, get nice and tall with each inhale. And as we exhale, we find softness to the pose, working with finding the flexibility to the hips. Okay, I'm going to offer up Bakasana, which is an arm balance. No pressure to take this. If you're working with any pains in the wrists, then obviously don't push this pose. However, because of the energy, the solar energy that we're working with, a lot of us have a lot more motivation and a lot more of that pent-up energy. So some people, it may feel good to kind of harness that and utilize it in the form of an arm balance and strength building. But no pressure if you don't want to do it. So I'm going to turn to face the side of the mat so you can see a little bit better. So from Malasana, garland pose, we're going to bring the palms of the hands shoulder distance apart in front of us. We're going to lift our hips up and we're going to bring our feet together. So we're going to bring the inner thighs towards the tops of the arms, the armpits, and then we're going to shift the center of gravity forward into the tips of the fingers. Maybe we can lift 1 foot up, maybe 2 feet up, heels towards the sit bones as we charge through the arms, squeezing the inner thighs to the backs of the arms for 10, 9, 8, breathing smoothly, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release to the Malasana garland pose again. Take a nice deep breath in, feel that heart beating, feel that energy circulating. Deep breath out. Good, and we're going to begin to wind down the practice now. We've got the heart beating, we've got the blood circulating. So bring the hands behind you, bring the legs out in front, just shake out the legs. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. And then we're going to come down onto our backs. So hopefully you can feel that. If not, maybe you're feeling, and maybe you're quite an active person, but I certainly am. I'm feeling the heart beating, the energy circulating, and that's what we kind of want. Okay, we want that kind of flow, that energy to kickstart our metabolism and really improve our circulation health, our respiratory health, as the heat builds within the body. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and we're going to come into our reclined bound angle. Rest your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. So hopefully you can feel with your left hand the heart beginning to pulse really quickly, feeling that energy circulating. And I want you with your right hand now to feel the breath traveling all the way down into the low belly. So we're not forcing the breath upwards, we're now letting the breath take its natural course as we begin to calm down through the body. So I recommend here that you close your eyes, beginning to tune out of the external world. And maybe bring your mind's eye back to the intention that you set yourself at the beginning of your practice. With each deep breath in, I want you to visualize yourself breathing in that intention fully. So you can kind of have it as a white light coming in with the breath, or you can just visualize it with your mind's eye, the intention coming into fruition. And feel with the breath expanding all the way down to the belly, and then your heart beginning to direct that energy throughout your entire body, feeling it circulating through to the tips of the fingers, the tips of the toes, the crown of the head, as the heart works in overtime in order to get this intention throughout your entire body. And as we exhale, we release any stale air and we become soft as the intention begins to settle within us, becoming unified with our entire being. You can probably feel the heart beginning to slow down now. The breath is probably becoming less erratic and more stable and smooth. Become heavy through the body, let the shoulder heads melt down and away from the ears. Becoming soft through the hips, those inner thighs. And I encourage you to stay resting in this position, or if you'd prefer a more traditional Shavasana, extending your legs long. Or if you'd prefer, you can come into a seated meditation with your legs crossed and your palms in your knees or on your lap. But I recommend that you stay here for at least another 3 minutes to let your intention truly become infused with your breath and feeling it expanding through your whole body, so you can take this intention with you off your mat today. So please rest here for as long as you have the time for today. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice today. As you go forward, I wish you peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. Namaste. And I hope you have a very happy summer solstice and a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.